must not be late for my next meeting. Bye.
Okay, so for number 10, what should I choose? Have or have to or can? What do you think is better?
Number 2.
10.
Number 10.
Yeah, this one. I have to or I can.
I have to.
Okay.
I have to go.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go.
And the one afterwards? The one after it?
I must not be late.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's have them in a conversation, you and I, before we listen and check. So maybe you can find if there's anything that might need a change. So you can be Kim, I can be Rob. Okay, so go ahead, you can start.
Yeah. So do you think you should to relax more?
Okay, so to is not part of the answer, it's with allowed. So should with relax directly, right? Because remember, should is a modal verb.
Oh, yeah. So do you think you should to relax more?
Without to.
You should relax more.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Absolutely. I must try to slow down a bit.
Are you able to start work when you want?
No, not really. I'm supposed to be in the office at 8. What about you?
I don't have to be at work until 10.
Lucky you. Are you allowed to work at home?
Yes. We can work at home 2 days a week.
Oh, we have to be in the office every day.
Perhaps you ought to look for another job.
Yes, maybe. Anyway, I have to go. I mustn't be late for my next meeting. Bye. Okay, it feels like it's all correct, but let's just confirm it.
Okay.
And let's see if there's anything that might be wrong. Okay. This is the intermediate. And this is pre-intermediate. Okay, here it is, audio. Which track is this? We go back. Track 10. Let's check.
Track 10, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So, do you think you should relax more?
Absolutely. I must try to slow down a bit.
Are you able to start work when you want?
No, not really. I'm supposed to be in the office at 8. What about you?
I don't have to be at work until 10.
Lucky you. Are you allowed to work at home?
Yes. We can work at home 2 days a week.
Oh, we have to be in the office every day.
Perhaps you ought to look for another job.
Yes, maybe. Anyway, I have to go. I mustn't be late for my next meeting. Bye.
All right, that's great.
Yeah,
so all of them.
Correct.
Yeah, everything is correct. Very nice. Okay, so listen, practice, copy this, stress. I think we've done a bit. We've done enough stress exercises for a while now, until we miss them again. Okay, this lesson is a bit interesting. Let me just adjust the phone. Okay. Okay, so today we'll talk a little bit about street food. So we'll discuss different ways of cooking, which is something I enjoy, of course. Maybe not as much as eating, but it's close. So here we'll also talk a little bit about the present continuous and maybe a little bit about the present simple. So you see, we're just sort of recycling the old grammar and learning a few tricks here and there. But most of the grammar, I think, of everyday language, I think almost all of it has been covered in pre-intermediate A and B. So intermediate doesn't have too much new grammar. All right, so let's start with the vocab. So here we have food and ways of cooking. So here I think maybe ways of cooking. I don't know if we have them. We have them here. So maybe we'll see a few new words. Okay. Let's let me give you a chance to read these words. I think you know most of them, maybe 90% of them. But let's see. Let's see if you meet any new words. Okay, you can start.
A peach, beans, grill, peanuts, lamb, a chili, an onion, a coconut, barbecue, flour, cucumber, pineapple, beef, boil, herbs, spices, an avocado, fry, a lettuce, sauce, stir fry, hot dog, cream, a green pepper, red pepper, noodles, bake, a pie.
Okay, I don't think there are any words you don't know here. I think you know all of these words.
Yeah.
But here I have a question. What's the difference? What's the difference between fry and stir fry?
Fry in deep oil, I guess.
Okay.
Stir fry, not until it's done. Am I right?
How do you mean?
When you stir fry something, you just folding them in the pan or any container on the stove, just to نعرف شو نقول احنا تشوحيها او هيك يعني حاجة.
Okay, I think you're right, but we can check this for sure from the exercise, because there is a bit of an exercise in 129, page 129. But I think you're almost there. You're right, I think. No, not just almost there. I think that's it. This is stir frying. But can you give me an example of something that you fry and something that you stir fry?
Yeah, we fry chicken nuggets.
Okay.
And we stir fry what stir fry?
Eggs? Do we stir fry eggs, for example? Or do you think we fry eggs?
We say we prepare eggs omelette or boil it, or I don't know if we can say stir fry eggs.
Yeah, it sounds a bit weird, right?
Yeah, it's weird. We can say stir fry. You can use it when you are talking about the steps of making something or preparing something, some meal, some dish.
Yeah,
you say stir fry the onion
and
then add the other ingredients.
Okay, so here you gave me a good example. I think onions, we can stir fry onions.
Yeah, we can stir fry onions.
What else can we stir fry, in your opinion?
We can stir fry onions. We can stir fry
lettuce. Can we stir fry lettuce?
No. People eat lettuce fresh.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm just making sure, but I think you've got.
We can stir fry the corn.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. You can stir fry
the corn.
Corn.
Yeah.
You mean like popcorn?
The fresh one. The corn.
The fresh corn, sweet corn. They call it usually sweet corn.
Okay, sweet corn. We stir fry. Fry it with after it's boiled in hot water till it's maybe done,
Okay.
you can stir fry it in butter or something.
This one I haven't tried before. It sounds good.
Yeah.
I
American used to prepare it. We don't have something baby sweet corns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think I agree with you. Yeah, we can't use stir fry for everything. Okay, so let's try to divide these words, which are, like you said, they're not new, but let's try to group them. Let's put them according to each category. So we have a category of fruit, vegetables, meat, other food words, and ways of cooking. Okay, so let's start with the first category, fruit. I think this is the easiest one. So we have peach. What else is fruit here?
Peach, hoch.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, in the list, what other fruit do we have here?
Are the peanuts fruit?
Good question. Are peanuts fruit or not? What about coconuts? Do you think they're fruit or not fruit?
I don't know. I haven't any idea about the category of this kind of
coconuts.
Yeah.
Okay,
coconut.
let's leave coconut. Let's see the other sort of other obvious fruits. What else do we have? I think there's a fruit in the third line.
Pineapple. Pineapple.
Pineapple. Yeah. Okay, so this is a fruit.
Pineapple. Unless peanuts and a coconut are fruits, there's nothing else.
I think there's one in the fourth line. There's one last fruit.
Avocado, is it fruit?
I think it's a fruit.
I don't know.
Yeah, people usually, it's not sweet. It's not a sweet fruit, but I think it's classified as a fruit. I don't think it's a vegetable.
But its taste looks like the cucumber. People who taste it saying that.
You haven't tried avocados before?
No.
Really?
No, because I don't feel interest to taste it. It's greasy, kind of.
It's greasy, all right. It is very greasy. But it's I don't think it's close to cucumbers. I think it's a mix of it tastes a little bit like pistachios. It has a similar sort of taste. If you like pistachios, I think you'll like it. But it's greasy. It's not very sweet. But it goes well with nuts. It goes well with honey. It's good. It goes well with milk if you blend it as a milkshake. It's sort of okay, and they say it's quite healthy. It has lots of calories, but it has good fat, not the sort of bad saturated fat.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not sure if it's a fruit or not. Doesn't really matter. But what about the vegetables? I think here, vegetables, we won't have much disagreement about
that. Beans.
Okay.
I think beans. It's sort of grains.
Grains. I'm not sure. I think beans are a category of vegetables themselves. So we have like chickpeas, we have peas, we have the other one, jack peas. So there are a group of beans. So I think black beans. So it's a category of its own. But I don't think they're related to the grain category, because with the grain, yeah, we have oats.
Can we say that they are vegetables?
I think you can. I think so.
So beans.
Yeah, but keep in mind here, if you check the hint in the exercise, it says some words can go into more than one group. So some things are not sort of clear. Maybe that's why.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lettuce.
Lettuce. Okay.
Cucumber.
All right.
Herbs. Green and red pepper.
Okay.
Yeah. Chili.
Okay.
An onion.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
All right. Okay. What about the meat group here? The meat category. What meat do we have here?
We have lamb and hot dog.
Okay. There's another one, right?
Beef.
Yeah, I think these are the meats. We don't have anything else here.
Yeah.
Okay, other food words. I think this category, anything which you're not sure of, we can just throw it in category 4 and just call it other food words.
Okay, peanuts and coconut.
Maybe, yeah. What about spices?
Spices, yeah, spices. It's not other food words.
Yeah, I agree. Even though they come from vegetables. Not really.
Yeah.
They don't come from vegetables. They come from plants. We can't eat the plants, I think, that they come from.
Yeah. Spices, fry, cream, pie, bake. Oh, ways of cooking.
We also have ways of cooking, the last category.
Yeah. Okay. Other food words, spices. Spices. Flour.
What else?
Sauce. Cream.
All right.
Noodles.
Okay.
And a pie.
Yeah, I agree. I think these are the other words that we have. All right, let's see in page 129. Let's see if there's anything new, anything additional to this list.
129.
And 29. Let me go down. All right, so here they are just sort of we just have some pictures, that's all. So I think this is obvious and clear, nothing new for us here, except the tips. I think the tips here are good and useful. If you see do you see the difference between fry and stir fry?
Give me a minute. Where did you find it?
129. 129.
In the purple box.
Here, yeah, language summary 2. Have you found it?
Yeah.
So here you can see on the right side the last six pictures. They show us the different ways of cooking.
Yeah. As we said, stir fry.
Yeah.
Just heat them in the pan, or
yeah, it's a bit like
make them
very quickly.
Yeah, very quick.
It's like the way that most Chinese food is made. You know, the Chinese are famous for cooking. Mexican, yeah. There are also many things that they stir fry. Yeah. Also, the differences here, I think this is useful vocabulary. The difference between grill and barbecue. and the difference between bake and grill, for example. You can see grill, of course in British English here, grill is when the heat is from above, right? This is grill. But barbecue is usually when you're using charcoal and it's under the meat. So this is barbecue.
Yeah.
And bake, you can see that bake is usually for things which are made from dough, cakes, pizza, bread. These things we usually bake them. They're baked in the oven.
Yeah.
And you can see the difference between fry and stir fry. I think what you said earlier about deep fry, I think is also correct. So here in the tips, let's just check the tips. I think this is the only new thing we have. So grill and barbecue are also nouns. So you can say a grill, a barbecue. So you can use it as a verb, as a method of cooking, to cook something, or you can use it also as a noun. We boil things in a saucepan. Okay, so the thing we use, the deep, that deep thing we use for boiling is called a saucepan. And we fry things in a frying pan.
Frying pan.
Yeah, and we stir fry things in a wok.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wok is the Chinese frying pan.
For a container or
Yeah.
or bowl, metal bowl.
I think a bowl is for eating, right? More than cooking, I think. But I'm talking about here for stir frying, because the pan.
Yeah.
Here in Libya we don't use woks too much. We just use normal pans, normal frying pans to stir fry. And I think in Libya we don't stir fry a lot. I don't think it's part of our cuisine.
We use something we can say casserole or pot.
A pot is usually deeper. A pot for deep frying,
yeah,
I think.
That's what we used to use in Libya.
Yeah, I think so too. But the word that they have here, the one they're talking about, a wok is a specific Chinese frying pan. It's
frying pan, yeah.
you know the one they show usually on television. It's sort of a little bit deep.
I know it.
Yeah, that one.
And there's there's some shops buying them.
You mean some shops here in Libya that sell woks?
Not exactly wok,
but similar.
Like, yeah, similar. The design is very similar.
The design is similar to the Chinese design, the circular one. Okay, so I think there's nothing new, like I said. Here, of course, this note, the last one, we make the adjectives by adding ed or ied to the verbs. I think this is not just only for cooking, even generally. Worry, worried, for example, don't worry. Here it's a verb, right? Don't worry. But if you say, Michael is a worried man, so here I'm using it as an adjective. So this rule is a general language rule. It's not just for cooking here. So it says we can make the adjectives by adding ed or ied to the verbs. So to grill a fish, or if you want to, if it's already grilled, it's an adjective here. Grilled fish, barbecued lamb, boiled vegetables, fried sausages, stir-fried noodles, baked potatoes. I think this is also clear. Nothing new here. Okay, so the only point I think is the ways of cooking. Maybe there's some information here. I think that's it for this part. Let's go to our next exercise. So let's go back. Okay, so I think we have some questions about our culture and about our cuisine and our food. It says here, which types of food do you often eat and which do you never eat? So from the list. So from the ones you never eat, I think you already mentioned avocados. You've never tried them. You've never eaten them before. What about the types of food that you often eat or you often use?
Vegetables. and fruits.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But which specifically more than others, do you think?
Meat and vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Any specific vegetable you use more than anything else?
Pepper and lettuce.
Use a lot?
We every day have lettuce. Yeah, lettuce as fresh salad.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We use it daily, and uh, green pepper. Yeah, we use it
Pepper also.
frequently. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pepper frequently. We use it.
All right.
No,
And
and meat every day.
okay. And do you, for example, what's your at your home? What's the preferred meat? Is it beef, lamb, chicken, fish? Fish isn't really a meat, but it's
My family would prefer beef meat
Mhm.
rather than lamb meat,
That's
especially my
interesting.
yeah. They like the lean meat rather
Uh-huh.
than the fatty one.
Yeah. Yeah. Beef is more lean than.
Yeah, more lean than the lamb.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's healthier too. Okay, that's good. That's interesting. What about in general in our country, Libya here? The second question: how do people usually cook meat and vegetables here in Libya? What's the most common method of cooking meat and vegetable here in Libya?
Meat and vegetable Libya. Yeah, they all the tradition, all the um, Libyan kitchen rely much on vegetables in every meal.
Mm-hmm.
They used to use onion in each meal.
Yeah, onion is very common. You're right.
Yeah, with some kind of beans.
Mm-hmm. The
And
chickpeas, hummus, you mean?
yeah, and here in Libya we usually um, mix meat and vegetables and spices and all together and boil it in waters.
Mm-hmm.
We use stir fry and then we boil it in water. So we make a sauce.
Mm-hmm. Do you know the
Yeah.
difference between a sauce and a stew? Stew. Have you heard of this word? STEW, stew. And there's another similar word. You can check them later. Actually, okay, I need to interrupt you for a second. I need to go just for a
Sure.
minute and come back. But I'd like you to use, before I come back, I'd like you to check the reading part here, question number 2. So you can read the street blog, and I'll be back in a minute, okay? Just
Okay.
very quick.
Okay.
All right, sir, I'll be back. Okay. Did you finish the whole blog?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, did you check the questions?
Yeah. Number 2, yeah. Number 3, I'm looking on number 3 questions.
All right. Have you tried any of this, the kind of street food they're talking about? Have you tried it before?
Yeah, not exactly, but kind of.
Something similar.
Something, yeah, something similar.
Where did you have it? Here in Libya?
Yeah, for example, the Indonesian dish that he talked about.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like what we call shawarma, or no, not shawarma, not burrito. That burrito, like something like this, like kebab or shish tawuq, or
Yeah, because they grill it and it's barbecued.
It's just grilled meat or chicken. And it will be best if it's barbecued on the open fire. So
yeah, it looks like our normal barbecue, right?
Yeah.
But what do you think is the main difference between the kind of food he's talking about now and what we usually have as barbecue? What do you think the main difference is?
The main differences is the things that served.
The things which are served with the food, you mean, with the barbecued?
Yeah.
Also, there's another main difference. I think this is the biggest difference. I don't know. Not the spices. This part.
What? Excuse me?
Can you see the screen? Okay, let me show you. This part. Can you see it? The part I'm...
Yeah, street food.
Exactly. So all of this is not at home, and it's not at a restaurant either, right? This is on the street.
Yeah.
Do we have these things on the street? Do people eat this kind of food on the street here in Libya?
What do you mean on the street? On the street?
Yeah, this is on the street. This is street food. Here we're not talking about national dishes, or this is a street market. Because in Asia, it's very common to have street markets, so you can just eat on the street.
Yeah, there's on the street. We have shops.
Not shops. This is in the middle of the street, like a market. Like imagine 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 Souk Juma, for example. Do you know Souk Juma? Imagine that it's only for food. This is the idea.
Yeah. No, we don't have something like this. We just have popcorn on the street.
Yeah, we have normal shops. I think the only thing on the street is you can have beans. I think they call them jack beans. During Ashura, right? You can buy them from the street.
Yeah.
I think. All right. Okay. But I agree with you. It's not too different from normal barbecue. Maybe just the sauce is different, and the fact that this is served in a food market, so it's not served in a restaurant or at home. This is, I think, the main difference they're telling us here. Okay. Which of these 3 meals would you like to try? the Indonesian food, or the Mexican street food, or the one in Thailand? Which one would you like to try?
I think I would like to try both the Thailand one and the Mexican one.
Yeah, the Thailand one looks
like
interesting. Yeah, and the burrito.
Yeah, it looks interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, the burrito also looks interesting. Yes, grilled beef and chicken with beans, sour cream, rice, onions. All right, okay. Now let's move on to number 3 here. Why does Steve travel a lot? What's the reason?
Because for his job.
Okay, yeah. And what's his job?
Photographer.
He's a
photographer.
Yeah. Okay, so he's a photographer. That's correct. And why does he like eating street food? What's the reason?
It's cheap and fresh, and he thought that it's the best way to get to know country and its people.
All right, so that's what he thinks. That's right, yes. And what about his blog? When did he start his blog?
3 years later, he said.
3 years later?
3 years ago. 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. When here the next question. How often does he visit Bangkok?
For Bangkok, every year.
All right, so every year, yeah. Where was Steve on May the 19th?
May the 19th, he was in Jakarta.
Correct.
Indonesia.
That's right.
Capital of Indonesia.
Does he like spicy food?
Yes, because when he talked about the burrito, he said it's so good because the extra hot chili sauce.
Yes, he really does like hot food. Okay,
Yeah.
so these are sort of the introduction questions. Okay, so here we have some general questions. So in Libya, I think we talked a little bit about this. I don't think you can buy a lot of street food. We don't have food markets here in Libya. I think maybe just beans, just jack beans. When there's Ashura, you can buy them on the street. But I think that's it, right? Do we have anything else?
What about falafel that we can get from the front of bakery, from some that they made it in the bakeries? Isn't street food?
Not exactly, because if it's part of a shop or a cafe or a restaurant, I don't think it can be counted as street food, because the street food they're talking about here in this lesson, I don't know if you see lots of cooking shows. When they show them in Asia, there are like huge markets and everybody is making food and preparing, and people walk and they just eat quickly. They take the noodles or whatever it is, and they just move away. And then the markets, when the time is over or at night, they take all their stuff and they come the next day or something like this. In India, in Indonesia, Malaysia, these countries, Philippines, they usually have these kind of, it's like a whole market, but it's just for food. You eat on the spot and then you leave. So I'm not sure, I don't think we have, maybe the falafel example is the closest thing I think we have, because they're not exactly in the bakery or in the shop. They're sort of on the street, and the man is just frying them, and you take your falafel, your tamia sandwich, and you can just go. Maybe this is as close as it gets, I think. So it says, what are the ingredients? How is it cooked? What are the ingredients of falafel?
Kind of beans. I don't know how to say hummus in English.
Chickpeas. Hummus is chickpeas. Chickpeas, I think they call it. Yeah, like this.
And what they call food?
I think, I'm not sure, but I'll check it. Jack beans.
Chick and jack.
Yeah, chick and jack. Chickpeas and jack beans. Because peas, just peas, are the basilia. The green stuff is peas.
Yeah, beans, basilia, beans. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have normal beans. I think this is just fasolia beans. If you just say beans generally, I think you're speaking about fasolia.
Yeah. So it's chick, beans, or maybe chick and I don't know the other word, jack, maybe beans. Just grind it or soak it in the water, maybe 12 hours. And after that, you rinse it with fresh water and mince it or grind it until it's very fine, and mixed with the special dry spices, some herbs if you like, and fry it with deep oil and deep.
That's correct. I think that's how they make them. Yeah, deep fry them and eat them with flat bread. I think that's it.
Yeah, served with some kind of sauce, tahina sauce, or and hot chili sauce, harissa. Some vegetables, maybe cucumber and tomatoes, maybe if you like lettuce, and with flat, kind of flat, thin bread.
Yeah. Do you like them? Do you like falafel a lot or not so much?
It's my favorite. I like it.
That's why you describe them so well.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
I see.
I
They're
prefer
nice.
them other than shawarma and other meat sandwiches.
That's interesting, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I wanted to have them, but I don't know if I love them that much. I think I like pasta more than falafel. But falafel are they're nice too. I like them too.
Yeah, they are nice, and the street one, the one that out of your home, one that is not homemade, more delicious than the homemade one. I don't know why.
Maybe because
I tried many times to make it like the street one, but
I think the secret is with the ones on the street. I think they only use chickpeas. I think they don't use jack beans.
I tried in many ways.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. You never get the same delicious taste.
Yeah, maybe because at home it's everything is too clean. In order to have the good taste, they need to be a bit dirty, maybe like outdoors. So maybe you shouldn't wash anything, and you shouldn't wash your hands. You shouldn't wash the kitchen. You should use old oil, dirty oil, and maybe you'll get the same taste, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, that's interesting.
Okay, so I think you sort of answered the second question. You were just telling me about outdoors falafel. All right, so this is your favorite street food. Have you tried? Do you know in Turkey they have those black mussels? Do you know the sea? It's like a seashell. It's black and they eat it with a lemon, and it's stuffed with rice. Do you know them? They sell them on the street in Turkey. Have you seen them?
No.
They're like a fresh. They're sort of seafood, but they're not calamar or shrimp or any of that. It has a black shell. You just open the shell, you put a little bit of lemon. It's like scallop, yes. But it's black. But it's very, very good. It's very tasty. So that's probably one of my favorites. When I go there, I usually eat it. All right, okay, I think we can move on. Let's see if there's anything interesting. So it says here, number 4. We have a little bit of grammar. Okay, so I think this is sort of easy. We can do it very quickly. Here, this is a bit of a sort of a full revision of present continuous and present simple. So they want you to look at the blog. So just find they want us to look for the present continuous verbs and the present simple verbs. Let's see if I can display, if I can put the page in the 2. Okay, good. We can show them together this way. It's easier. So all we need to do is just look at the blue verbs. Okay. So here, let's start with the first one. So I'll just show you the verb and you tell me what it is. Is it present simple or is it continuous? So the first one.
Live, present simple.
Okay. Next one. Try.
Present simple.
Is becoming.
Continuous.
I'm writing.
Continuous.
Are visiting.
Continuous.
Come.
I come. Yeah. Simple.
Has got.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm blogging.
I'm blogging. Continuous.
Eat.
Simple.
We are working.
Continuous.
I'm sitting.
Continuous.
And the last one is wide. Okay, so this part is clear. But there are three different ways we're using the present continuous. So we finished the easy part of the question, the one that doesn't need any thinking. But this one I think needs a little bit of thinking. So here they're telling you that we use the present continuous in 3 similar but different ways. The first one, it says, we use the present continuous to talk about things that are happening at the moment of speaking or writing. I think this is the classical present continuous that everybody learns in elementary A, elementary B. This is how we always remember the present continuous. But there are also 2 slightly different ways. The second way, they're telling you that here we're using present continuous to talk about things which are temporary and happening around now, but maybe not this exact moment. So do you see, we have a kind of new way of using present continuous. Okay, and the third way, we're going to use the present continuous to talk about things that are changing over a period of time. So this is also another new way of using, not new, but maybe a little more advanced compared to the normal way everybody uses present continuous. So our job, we want to look for the present continuous which fit each category. This is our job now. So here in the first example, I'm blogging. So here, the writer here, what's his name? It doesn't say his name. Anyway, so here or maybe here it's his name. Steve, okay. So Steve, when he talked about blogging, he said, I'm blogging from a very busy house here. So of course, this means that it is right now. He's discussing this right now.